Hello everyone. Today we'll talk something about medical treatment or human body and things like that. Okay. Today we are going to talk about something about human structure, human body and other things. Okay. First thing you have to know that humans are made out of what um, different structures. Okay, different structures are like bones, flesh, and bones, flesh, and blood, and things like that. Okay, these are the basic things. Okay, then after that they have a different kind of, they're called what is called an organism. Organism is a kind of different parts doing different functions for us to achieve a particular to keep alive a particular organism. The basic idea of a body is to keep alive the body. Okay, that is to stop death and make it living. Okay, living. For living, it needs all kinds of substance. Like say for example, you take a fan. It needs electricity to run. Okay, then you have the different kinds of control structures for that to make the fan spin and to send the air out and things like that. So this is the basic mechanism. It's a kind of machine. Okay, humans, if you think, it is a kind of machine, but not completely a machine, but it has got a certain level of organized form of execution of certain things. Okay, each thing is called, the whole thing is called a human body, and then you have organs. Okay, some definitions are called organelles, organs, and things like that. So there are different kinds of definitions are there. So you have to know what is a human body, what is organs, what is organelles, and things like that. Okay, organs, the group of organs is called an organelles. Okay, group of organs. What is an organ? Organ is a specific set of functions. Okay, uh, you are going into functional description. Okay, basically structural description and functional description. There are two aspects of this: structural description and functional description. Functional description, if you have a structure which does a specific function, specific or a group of functions, then it is called an organ. Okay, now if it does a group of functions with a group of major functions, then it is called an organelle. Okay, then if you have a set of organelles, then you have what is called a human body. Human body is called an organism. Organism is not it's not something like a cell, but cell consists of different things. Same kind of thing a human body consists. Okay, a cell has basic structure. Okay, basic structure. That basic structure is always followed, whether it is humans or animals or plants or any kind of living matter. Okay, cell is the basic structure. There are two different kinds of cells. Why there is a differentiate between one cell and other kinds of cells is because one is called an plant cell. Okay, the other one is called an animal cell. Okay, plant cell is different from animal cell. The basic reason is it has got whether it has got like chloroplast or a production group within the cell. Okay, what is a production group? A plant cell, a single cell can live without any help, directly taking sunlight and then converting into chloroplast, and it can survive by itself. Okay, because it can directly get the sunlight and do the work and do. But animal cells don't have that structure. Okay, they have to always depend on something else. Okay, that is the basic idea. Okay, when you see a plant cell and an animal cell, the only difference is plant cell are independent. Okay, or so totally independent, I can say. Okay, animal cell is dependent on plant cells or other chemicals and other things. Okay, these are the things. These are two basic things. So plants can directly take chemicals. Okay, humans cannot take directly chemicals and other things. Okay, because they are extremely dangerous. If you put a plant in a highly toxic place, still sometimes it will grow. Why it grows? Because it just goes with the nature. goes with the nature, that is it can just live on most of the chemicals and toxic substances and still for photosynthesis and do all the basic cell work. But humans cannot, humans or animal cells cannot thrive on them. They have to thrive on the plants or some kind of environment. The environment is just a little bit different. Plant environment is different than animal environment. Animal environment will live on plants. Okay, they are kind of substitute for that. So animal cell cannot live alone or things like that. Okay, it cannot do photosynthesis. That's the basic idea. Okay, because that's the basic difference between a plant cell and an animal cell. That you have to understand. Okay, most of the structures are the same. They have what is called a cell wall. Wall means it is a kind of thick protection. But in case of animal cell, you have the same kind of wall, but it is not a wall, but it is a kind of like a wafer kind of thing, which is called a protein sac or something like that. Okay, so this is a protein sac. That is also protein sac, but it is called a cell wall and other things. Okay, there are some structures which is available in plant cells, but there are some structures which are not available in animal structures. Okay, so there is a small difference. You can go look up any kind of read up a book and then find out what are the differences, why it is like that and things like that. Okay, right now here explaining the basic difference between a plant and an animal and how the cell structures work and how the organelles work, how your system work. Okay, first thing is plants don't have much of movement. Okay, that is because of their structure. Okay, the kind of structures they have, they cannot move. Okay, not much. They can move, but not much. But animals have total movement. Total movement is independent movement because they depend on plant for survival. So they have to move and go to a plant and then take the energy and other things, resources from the plant. So they have to move. There is no other go. Actually, the animal cells are supposed to be a derivative of plant cell. Why there was a derivative of plant cell is because plants, when they were stuck onto the ground, they cannot move much, but air, breeze and other things move, and some of the basic things of flowering and seed dispersal, those things happen. During seed dispersal from the air and other things, that is when animal cells started developing, whether it is under the water or above the ocean or under the sea or anything. It is just because of that. And then after that, you know what is an evolution. Evolution is the kind of like changing every time. Changing every time. The plant grows into a different organelle, and there are different kinds of plants coming in, and different kinds of animals coming in. Okay, so each one has got a specific direction or source from which these things are coming up. Okay, the basic idea is growth. One of the basic idea of cell and a non-material thing is growth. Okay, something which grows, something which doesn't grow, or it has the property to divide into two things and then work independently. That is like if we take an immaterial thing like iron or something like that, they form iron oxide, but that is also a kind of chemical thing, but uh, but uh, but it's not a living thing because it cannot divide into certain other things. Okay, it can like iron oxide cannot form a new iron oxide. Okay, kind of thing. Okay, but the structural view, basic, all plants and animals are made out of molecules. Molecules, you should know what is a molecule and an atom, and what is electron, proton, neutrons, and things like that. So you have to know what is an electron, what is a proton, what is a neutron, what is an atom, what is the atom consists of, how chemical reactions occur between atoms and this thing, and then how proteins are generated, what are why there is life. Life is because of carbon. Carbon is a basic constituent. Okay, there are similar things like sulfur and nitrogen and things like that, but basic form of life on earth is carbon, because it has got too much of variations. Because it has got, the only reason why carbon is a kind of life form is because it has got too much of variations, and combinations are way too many, and that is why they form polymers and other things. That's why they are able to sustain different kind of structures. Okay, the structures are quite complex because of carbon dependency. So chemistry, biology, mathematics, All different kinds of things are a basic science. Okay, you cannot distinguish. Literature is not a science. You cannot say, because you need, even in literature and arts, you need a specific kind of knowledge how you can produce a particular kind of literary talent, and how you write the scripts, and how you protect, how you write the way you write scripts and other things are all literary things. This is also a kind of science. Okay, literature is a kind of science, art is a kind of science, but they have divisioned it into a sectional things where something deals with the physical structures and physical and biological structures as separate science, and art and this thing into a separate science, and engineering into a separate science, where it is how to use this science to develop something. That is engineering division. Okay, engineering is something to do with science faculty, which deals with kind of production group and things like that. Okay, how to do re-engineer certain things and then get the things. Okay, that is called. So plant engineering, there is a field called plant engineering where they develop new kinds of plants. Similarly, the same thing happens with animals also. Animal engineering, or cell biology, cell structures and things like that. So these are the different kinds of field. There are so many other fields that coming in, depends on how much clusters you make out of biology, chemistry and other things. Okay, so sometimes there are medical biology, sociobiology, those kind of things. What is sociobiology? You might ask. It might be a new kind of field where the social animals interact, how the biology works for the social interaction. So this is called a sociobiology and things like that. So these subjects are very crude, but kind of like clusters where you cannot. So they developed basic things like biology, chemistry and things like that, but combinations are way too many. But we don't have to know all the things, but for now we'll do what is it. Now we know what is a human body. Human body is a set of organelles, and organelles is a set of organs, and organs is a set of cell tissues, and tissues is a set of cells, and cells is a structure of atoms, molecules and other things. Okay, this is the basic idea. Okay, so they trickle down to that level, to the lowest level of atoms or molecules, to the lowest level of atoms and molecules, to the highest level of human body. Okay, these are the basic things you have to know. Human body, and similarly plants also have similar kind of structures where their basic things are chemicals, that is, I told you, atoms, molecules and things like that. Then how these atoms or molecules combine together to form what is called a cell, and how the cell structure forms what is called a tissue. Even in a plant cell, it is called, sometimes it's called a bark, which is a kind of tissue. But we do not say tissue there in a plant cell, but we say something different for botanical things. Okay, botanical names will be different. Okay, there you say trunk, then there you say roots, then you say leaves, then you say fruits and things like that. So the same organelle things are always there, but the way it is treated in plant cells is a little bit different. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's the basic difference between plants and animals. Okay, first thing I told you already, all animals have to depend on plants. Okay, they cannot directly take things from sunlight and they directly use it into your human body. That is the basic difference. That is why we are dependent on plants. Okay, now what is medicine? Medicine is because you are eating from the plants, then all your body structures depends on the plants. Okay, first you have to know that. That is why it is medical plants. This is called medicinal plants. So even for medicine, if you have any kind of problems, then you have to go into medical plants. Okay, so there are different kinds of medical groups. One is called medical plants. Then they have chemical plants, chemical medicines, and you have different kinds of medicines. But each one follows certain standards and things like that. Like here you have herbs, herbal medicines, and ordinary medicinal plants. Then you have herbal medicinal plants. Then you have like Ayurvedic, Unani, herbal home, drugstore, first aid, improve English, and those kind of things. Okay, so there are different things in there. So you don't have to know about all these things, but basic idea of what is the medicine you have to know. Medicine comes from mostly from plants, chemicals, and water, and these kind of things. Basic things of. Sometimes it comes from sunlight also. So somewhere like vitamin C, you can go walk on the sun for some time. You can get vitamin D or something like that. Okay, so those kind of things are there. So something to do with physical movement. Physical movement is another thing. Where if a person is idle and he has to move around all the things, then only the body structure will be maintained. Otherwise, your tummy will grow very fast to a big thing and things like that. So those are the kinds of things. Today we are talking about disease treatment dictionary. So he has written an application. We want us to look at this application, find out what is inside, how the things work and things like that. So let's go into the introductory things. Okay. Now he gives us a display of all the things. Okay. This is the kind of what is the treatment of hospital and things like that. Okay. Now this is another kind of things. Okay. Now the basic things he's talking about. What is the thing, how it works, how a particular medicine works. Okay. Now this is the thing you have to know. How a particular medicine works. What is the kind of disease that you have? Why there are diseases and what kind of diseases you have, and why a body has a disease, and how to cure, what kind of chemical you can use, and why you use that chemical to. Diseases comes because of environment. Okay, don't mostly because of different kinds of like if you stay in a hot environment, there are different kinds of set of diseases, and if you live in a cold environment, there are different kinds of diseases, and some of you get most diseases from other animals. Okay, other animals is the most almost 99% of the diseases comes from other animals. What is the 99% of the things like bacteria, fungus, and all those things like other kinds of plants and animals? Those are the things from which you get most of the diseases. As for disease classification is concerned, like if you have sugar and you take too much of sugar food, then you get sugar diseases. Okay, sometimes ailments happen. If you take less of something, then they are called ailments. If you take more of something, then it is called something else. Okay, so you don't have to know about all these things. Let's see how these things work. Okay, now we go into structures. Okay, he is explaining about all these structures. Okay, what are the structure contains and why you have certain kind of problem in a certain locality or certain area of an organ or an organelle or a tissue or a cell or a molecule, or even diseases can be there within an organ. Diseases can be within an organelle. The disease can be throughout the body. Diseases can be to a specific cell structure or a polymer, or it can be within the cell. Diseases can be within a cell also. So within the cell is like bacteria, how they affect and how they change the things, body structures and other things. How the idea is to have safeguard from all these problems and keep the body healthy. The basic thing is survival. Basic thing is body survival. The body survives really good without any problem. The functioning of the body happens without any problem. Then it is called good health. Then it is called a good health. Otherwise, you have bad health. Why bad health comes in? Because of environment. Because you see bacteria all floating around in the air and things like that, so you get all kinds of diseases. Or you don't eat properly, or you don't sleep properly, or you don't work out properly, exercise properly, or you're thinking too much and things like that. Okay, those are the different kinds of diseases that come in, and some of them are cured for certain things which I told you already. How to cure those things is what is given in here, and this is a specific thing which is called diseases treatment dictionary. Okay, it has got, first you have to identify the diseases, then you have to go how to go about a method of treating the disease. Then you have to know in that method what kind of medicine you have to use. Okay, okay. The method has got some other things also, like how we have to sleep, how we have to wake up, or what time you have to take, how much of water you have to take for that particular medicine. That is a method. Okay, first is method, then actual medicine. Okay, so these are the two things. The method and the method plus the medicine is what makes healing. Okay, so there are different kinds of healing. Why we have Unani medicine, Ayurvedic treatment? It says It says Ayurvedic treatment means it has got a specific set of procedures plus the medicine plus the kind of things or the procedures with which you have to take those medicines and how much, what things you have to avoid, those kind of things. Similarly, Ayurvedic, allopathic, there are different kinds of Ayurvedic, allopathic, and like other kinds of things also. The herbal medicine, and then you have allopathic, then what homeopathic, then you have so the different clans. The clans, different clans of medical treatment is based on what the different kinds of medicines being used and what is their basic structure and the function and how they apply those particular structure to discipline. It's called a discipline of medicine. Okay, it's basically a discipline of each discipline of medicine will be for following different kinds of standards and different kinds of structures and different kinds of sometimes it might be a plant derivative, sometimes it might be animal derivative, sometimes it might be chemical derivative, sometimes the combination of all these things, sometimes they are synthesized derivatives. Synthesized derivatives are actually where they from the chemical they do all the synthesis. So that is called a allopathic, homeopathic, or herbal treatment and Ayurvedic treatment, and so these are the basic ideas, disciplines of medical sciences. Okay, each one has got a specific type of treatment, and some of them can treat some diseases, some of them they don't go into that disease spectrum at all. For now, we'll see what is happening in here. Okay, this is treatment. Now we are opening up. Okay, now this is an application which goes on the treatment dictionaries. Okay, now we are going in and loading all the things and then finding out what is happening here. Okay, so let's wait for some time, it will take some time. Okay, now we saw this is for treatment dictionary. Okay, uh, now there might be different kinds of diseases that you have. Okay, first thing is mostly people have what is called a pain. Certain people have pain. What is the basic? So pain is the basic thing where it is an indication of what is happening to your body. So this is the basic structure. Okay, so let's check in one of those things. There are so many other diseases, but basic thing is pain. Pain is like why pain comes in when your body doesn't have plenty of water and basic things, or sometimes you pull up something and you work hard, sometimes you get pains in your body and aches. So we are going to do, this is called myofascial pain syndrome. So this is a kind of disease. This is a kind of disease. Now he says that myofascial pain syndrome, okay, causes complications and prevalence. So first thing is there are complications because of myofascial pain syndrome. Okay, let's see what is happening in here. Let's go in. So he gives the description. Okay, myofascial pain syndrome is a fancy way to describe muscle pain. A muscle pain when it is called myofascial pain syndrome. Myofascial pain syndrome. It is called myofascial. Myo means something to do with tissue pain or muscular pain. Myofascial. Facial is surface pain. Okay, myofascial surface pain. That is why it's a further. So it is called a muscle pain. So basically, muscle pain has got different kinds of things. This is called a. So he is giving a pathophysiology. What is pathophysiology? Patho means death or physiology. How this thing happens, why you get pain and other things. So this is the causes. What is the cause of machine injury and other things. So how myofascial pain occurs, how death of muscular tissue happens. This is called myopathology. Okay, pathophysiology of muscles. That is muscles how they die and things because of myofascial pain. What is a myofascial pain? He gives a description. And primary, what is a syndrome? Syndrome means it's a kind of disease. Okay, what is this kind of disease? Like if you overstay in a particular body or a structure and the muscles keeps on deteriorating, you don't give food and other things, but still you keep on with the pain also, you still work out. That is kind of things what is called, I told you, this is because of the, that is a kind of syndrome. Syndrome means it is a kind of it's a kind of problem that comes within your body. So pathophysiology is how to describe those things. What is the description of that particular disease? So disease is just even for a pain, you have what is called a disease. Because we have excessive pain coming often, then it's a kind of disease also. Okay. So what causes biofascial pain syndrome? He gives the muscular injury. So every day you strain too much on a muscle, then you have muscular injury. So that is what muscular strain. So muscular weakness, poor posture. While sitting, you don't sit properly and things like that. That is called a poor posture, and that is called. So you don't have workout living in a cold environment. Sometimes you work in a cold environment, sometimes you work in too hot an environment. Those kind of things it says. That is why. So risk factor and other things it gives it. How much you can live, how much you can. What is the problem and how to take a complete. What is the treatment? Okay. First thing, diagnosis. You know, how to diagnose this kind of problems. Whether you have a muscular brain problem, or something. So that is for a diagnostic things, and then he gives it complete treatment for that thing. So this is the one we are most interested. Treatment. What is the treatment? Treatment is a set of segments which gives it how to do all the things. Okay. So this is where the treatment comes in, and you have a set of medicine for that. Okay. Set of medicine for that. Okay. Now I have to install that particular thing to get a probably to get a myofascial description. I have to install to get the medicine. What kind of medicine to use? Okay, let's not do it right now. Let's go into something else. Okay, compulsive sexual behavior. Let's see how much. Okay, okay, let's go back. Compulsive sexual behavior. It says. Okay, let's see whether you need overview. So, what is a compulsive sexual behavior? What is it? Every time you get into sexually excited media and things like that. Now it says you have to install the thing. Okay, I don't know how to install, but still we'll see whether it is working. So how to treatment? Okay, now with treatment it says, let's see whether he gives diagnosis, treatment for the compulsive. So self-assessing. Okay, physiological treatment called treatment. Compulsivity, unconscious feeding and things like increasing you. CBT is compulsive sexual behavior. Okay, medicines frequently prescribed mainly for the illness of OCD or anxiety. These include, okay, this is the thing that antidepressant. So for a particular kind of disease, there are a set of medicines that is given, okay, specific to that person. So this is a kind of antidepressant. Antidepressant is paroxetine, okay, then sertraline, okay, Zoloflux, then fluoxetine or Prozac and other things. These are called antidepressants. Depressants means you are feeling so tired every time. That is called a depression. Depression is feeling tired, and antidepressant is against the thing. Okay, getting it. Mood stabilizers. Mood stabilizers is like effect for sex. For sexual things, it has got lithobid. Lithobid is a kind of example. It's a lithobid is a kind of tablet or medicine for that kind of thing. Anti-androgens is a kind of thing. So basically, they are classified into antidepressant, mood stabilizers, nitroxin, or naltrexone. Naltrexone. What is the thing? I don't know. What is the naltrexone? Oh, naltrexone might be something to do with nitrogen derivatives or naltrexone. Okay, naltrexone is it's a kind of I don't know what is that naltrexone. Naltrexone normally used for doctor alcoholism. Okay, it's like a naltrexone is a kind of alcoholism kind of depressant and things like that. So mood stabilizer is one thing. Antidepressant is another thing. Naltrexone is a kind of like alcohol kind of behavior. Anti-androgens is like against androgens. Okay, androgens are generated for sexual excitement, and that is anti-androgens is a kind of things. Okay, and luteinizing hormone. So there are hormones can be used, anti-androgens can be used, naltrexone can be used, mood stabilizers, antidepressant. These are the basic things of sexual behavior. Yeah, so that is the kind of things they give you for any kind of sexual disorder. So sexual disorder comes into the basic categories of these kind of treatments. Okay, that is what you have to know. So compulsive sexual behavior, these are the basic treatment methods. Okay, that is what you have to know. Some of them are self-group discovery about disorders. They have a preventive group, how to prevent the things. They have a procedure for that, and then how to prevent those things. Okay, that's all. So right now we don't know how much of things we want to install. Let's see what is this install. Okay, it says Google Play and Simple Secure Pay. Okay, now you just get rid of this. Okay, so this is for secure payment and other things. Now we saw other things, so we go back. Okay, now that is for sexual behavior. Myofascial pain we saw. Okay, carcinoid syndrome. Carcinoid. What is carcinoid syndrome? Carcinoid is something to do with chemicals. Carci means it is chemical. So all chemical problems you have in your body. What is chemical problems you can have in your body? You can take less water, you can take more water, or sometimes you can take chemicals within your body like iron and other things you take into your body. Then they are called carcinogens. Carcinogens are chemical intoxicants. Okay, those are called chemical problems. Okay, that is why it's called carcinoid syndrome. Okay, granuloma inguinale. What is granuloma inguinale? What is granuloma? Granuloma is like if you have cells which are just granular, so those are called granular inguinoma. So that is a kind of disease. Okay, they have description about all the things, risk factors, and how to prevent those things. So those kind of things. First thing, you don't know what kind of diseases you have. So when you look at your human body, when you look at your own body, first thing you can give treatment to others or to yourself. So the best thing is to look into yourself and match up with the kind of diseases that you have. Okay, and then take a prescription for that, and then you can take the medicine for that. This is how you find out. Okay, so first thing, how you have to match up what is the kind of disease you have. First you have to identify your own diseases first. Once you identify your own diseases, then you go into this thing and match up with all the things, and then find out what is the cause, what is the treatment, so that you have an idea of whether you can treat your body. Some of the things you can do your treatment by yourself. Some of the things you can get help from the doctors. The first thing is you always get help from the doctors. Okay, they will tell you have sugar, you have sugar problem, this kind of problem. Once you have sugar kind of problem, they will tell you this kind of treatment should be there. Then after that you can go into here and you can find out what is the kind of treatment you want to take, and you can take, if you have sugar means you can go into sugar here, but we don't know whether you have sugar. So first thing you have to go consult a doctor or a physician or somebody else, and then find out what is the problem is, and then after that you come and consult here and you take the particular medicine and how the treatment is there, what kind of diseases, and you know about your own disease. So doctor will tell you have sugar, that's all. Then after that, when he says sugar means you have to come here and look at what is sugar is, why you have sugar, and what are the problems in the, why you have sugar and other things, why you have problems, and what is that problem, what he means by sugar problem, then how you treat the disease and how you stop, and what are the symptoms for that, how you stop the symptoms, how to get a treatment. After that you come here and take the treatment. Some people will say, okay, rectal prolapse. Okay, it says rectal prolapse. Rectal prolapse is what from your, if you have problems within your tummy and your sitting is not proper, those kind of things. This is called rectal prolapse. You are not taking your digestive system is not good. Then you have rectal prolapse. Okay, those kind of, this is a kind of disease. When you go to your doctor, he'll say that okay, you have rectal prolapse. Then you have to say, okay, I got a rectal prolapse. You come here and then you touch on the rectal prolapse and see what are the kind of things you have to make a treatment, how we get the treatment. Sometimes people who are a little bit expert, who know a little bit of medicine, medical treatment and other things, or somebody is a nurse at your home and things like that, they don't have to go to a doctor. Sometimes they come directly to this kind of thing and then use the thing and like get rid of some of the problems. Okay, somebody needs immediate help and other things. Okay, burning mouth syndrome, it's a kind of syndrome. That's okay. The mouth is always burned because you are using too much of cigarettes and other things. So that is kind of, this is another kind of thing. Viral hemorrhage fever. Okay, there are basically virals and bacteria all throughout the air. Okay, whether it is water, food you take in the air, it is there. whether you take a clothes or plants and other things, if you touch anything, there will be some kind of viral. Okay, viral is always a thing which is spreading throughout the world. Okay, wherever you go, you'll see viral. Any part of the world you go, even if it's extreme cold, also you'll see viral. Viral infection is a common thing. So you have to viral hemorrhagic fever. Okay, hemorrhagic means like your once you have viral fever, then your blood is starts boiling. Hemorrhagic means boiling or something like that. So blood boiling kind of fever. Then what is that? What is the kind of disease you have, and how to cure that disease is given here. That is called viral hemorrhagic fever. Okay, flatulence. Okay, flatulence is like kind of a thing which where your body structure is not very strong. You just go into kind of like soggy muscles and other things. Those are called flatulence, or sometimes obese and things like that. So those kind of things are called epiglottis. Okay, this is another kind of thing. These are all medical terms. Okay, when you say somebody is epiglottis, somebody says hirsutism. So this hirsutism means excessive growth of hair. Anywhere you see in the body, there will be hair. Under the eyes, under the nose, over the ears, something like that. That's called hirsutism. Epiglottis is something like you have structures which are quite different. Okay, so you want to see what is the epiglottism. Okay, let's go into what is epiglottism. Okay, epiglottism something to do with your throat. Okay, throat and nostrils. Epiglottis, the potential increase of conditions occur when the epiglottis or small cartilage that covers your windpipe. Okay, blocking your airflow into your lungs. Okay, this is called epiglottism. Epiglottism is something to do with breathing, and epiglottis is a kind of the gland which is present between your mouth, lungs, and other things. Between the lung and your and the esophagus. Okay, that is called epiglottis. So that is a kind of respect. It's a kind of disease. Okay, whether it is grown huge or small. So those kind of diseases. So I don't want to explain everything, but you have to know some of it. Delirium. Delirium is a kind of like mental disease. Okay, where you are sleeping for some time. Suddenly you cannot wake up. Suddenly you talk something else up, and you just leave the topic, go talk something else like that. That is called delirium. That is mind confusion. Mind confusion is called a delirium. Delirium. Sometimes you go on the street and hot sun is hitting you, immediately you get into delirium. Sometimes even it leads to coma and other things. Okay, it's a kind of disease. Okay, because you are walking too much on sun, or you are always walking in cold, and or sometimes you are just always drinking water, and sometimes you get delirium, or you are without food for quite a long time, you might get a delirium. Child obesity. Child obesity is a kind of disease. When the young birth child they take too much of milk or something like that, or sometimes they don't take milk at all. It's a kind of obesity. They look so big sometimes. So that is called child obesity. It's a kind of disorder. I don't want to tell everything, but he has given the different sections. I just want to go over it very fast so that you know what is the basic thing. Oh, urinary tract. If you have urine, you don't have some kind of infection is there, so you go. Lymphoma is a kind of other kind of diseases. Okay. Now, let's see what are the different things. Heart stroke. Then we have Blugers disease, dyslexia, ulcerative colitis. Ulcerative colitis is basically to the colon. Colon is like your digestive system, or your colon has got ulcer. Ulcer means a kind of chemicals, too much of chemicals being used in your digestive colon. Okay, once you have too much ulcer, how? Because of that, the pain comes in, and ulcerative colitis is a kind of disease, and why that happens and how to cure that disease. Okay, the club foot is another thing. So where the foot is just twisted and it is a kind of thing that is called a club foot disease, and they are something to do with dental. Okay, you have problems with your teeth and other things. So these are the different kinds of things, and it's giving all the things. Okay, rubella, rotavirus infection, petroditis, chronic cough, adenovirus infection. Adenovirus is like something to do with your sexual hormones, how or something to do with your other kind of protein kind of hormonal protection things. Okay, those kind of things. Vertigo is a kind of coma, or like you fall like a vertigo, like you go to a tall place, then immediately you fall, or you're walking on a street and suddenly you fall to the ground because you get a sleepy kind of thing and you just fall off, that's called a vertigo. Sometimes that's called a kind of sleepiness. Okay, dizziness. Okay, dizziness is called a vertigo. Okay, genital warts. Some people have always scratching their genitals. Those there's kind of patch per work that comes in, or sometimes there are balloons like things which are on the genitals. These are called the genital warts. Okay. Now for that it's kind of different kind of diseases. You can go cure all these things and how to avoid those things. Where you should sit. If you go sit in a shitty place, then you get genital warts. If your toilet is not good, then you get a genital warts. Okay, your toilet should be very clean to get a stop genital warts. Secondly, you should wash your clothes, your genital clothes, or your trousers and other things. So they'll give you why you have genital warts, how it comes, and why you touch somebody else. You also get by touching somebody else or touching animals or touching some other clothes which are used by other animals and plants. You might get diseases, or sometimes you're sitting in a place where the others sat down, those kind of things, you might get all these diseases. Even in a toilet, if it is not clean and somebody is using the toilet, you use the same toilet without cleaning it and proper maintenance, then you get all the diseases. Diseases can be airborne, also waterborne. They can be anywhere borne, or ice, even on ice. You can have diseases floating around. Okay, those kind of things. Okay, so much of cleaning, apraxia. So I'm just giving all the different kinds of diseases. You just go into the nasal problems. These are all reflex laryngitis, epididymis, hypothermia. Hypothermia is a kind of like when you go into a cold place, suddenly you get a frozen kind of thing, and suddenly you get a fever kind of thing. That is called a hypothermia, and how you get a treatment and things like that. Service disease. Service disease is a kind of thing which is there's a cut or something, service disease. Then hepatitis C, B, A, those kind of things are something to do with your blood type because of blood diseases kind of thing. Yes, hepatitis means something to do with your lung, or what is the thing we'll say. Something to do with your liver. Okay, hepatitis means something to do. So there are different kinds of liver disease: hepatitis A, hepatitis B. Or once because you are smoking and other things, or you're taking inhaling small things, or sometimes you eat some other things which are not good. So this is hepatitis A, hepatitis B. Or sometimes you're taking poison, the liver might get damaged. Okay, the liver might get damaged for so many other reasons, but they have given hepatitis A, B, C, those kind of syndromes. Syndromes means a kind of disease. Okay, the syndromes are always, some syndromes are like even genital. Genital means while born itself, they have all these kinds of diseases. So that is called a genital. Genital means it's carryover from your mother, from your grandparents. Some kind of diseases are carried over. So those kinds of parents and grandparents carry over is called a genetic disease. Those are come under different kinds of categories. They have different kinds of things. Okay. Now peritonitis, then pleurisy, neuralgia, antichronosis, tonsillitis. It's a tonsillitis. You will take too much of ice cream and other things. Too much of cold substances and other things. You might get tonsil. Tonsils. Sometimes it might be over of other chemicals or that are coming out of your body. Okay. For that you get tonsillitis. Okay, tonsillitis is a kind of like your there are different kinds of glands producing some of the chemicals. Those secreting glands you might get tonsils and other things. Sepsis is a kind of thing. Sepsis is a kind of like cutting your blood, or like if you pull your tongue and other things, there is a small septic kind of thing going on. Okay, blood always comes out of it. Sometimes an open wound kind of thing comes in. Okay, those are all things. Psychosis is a kind of mind to do. Cluster headache is like you get a severe headache suddenly and those kind of things. Kidney stone is a kind of thing like if you take too much of unwanted metal oxide and things like that, there are stones formed in your kidney. That is called a kidney stone disease. It's a kind of disease also. how to cure that thing and how to stop some kind of food and other things. They'll give you the complete description of those things, and you can license neuroplasia and pancreatitis and things like that. So for now we are just basic organs and how we disease for different organs and how to do the treatment, how to do the things. Okay, now an AI engine also can run over this, and then you can install also. Now we are going to go out of it and then see what are the other things. Okay, now it has got a home, it has got the categories, read letter, go offline, BMI calculator, so basic mass index. Basic mass index is a calculator which says that your body is almost healthy or not. Then remove apps, setting a follow, you can follow it on Twitter or more apps and things like raters and things like that. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that you want to do. Now you go out. Exit. Okay. Now we have got a treatment dictionary. That is the kind of treatment dictionary we went into. Now we got a hospital store for that. Hospital store is another kind of thing which we wanted to install, but we'll do for some time later. Okay. Pharmacy, hospital store, buy medical equipment. Oh, there is something to do with medical equipment. These things you have to see. What is the medical equipment? What is the medical equipment? Like some people want to be doctors or something like that. They buy all this medical equipment. Okay, there is a complete store for that, and you can go buy whatever you want within the medical hospital. Okay, medical store and other things. That's it. What comes in here? Medical store. I think it takes a long time, so I'll just quit the thing. Okay. Now you don't have to go into medical store. Later we'll see what is available. We'll see. Okay. This is the kind of thing. One is you can read your blood sugar and things like that, and then you have other quantities. So these are all hospital equipments. This is a hospital equipments, allied things and other things you can buy. Okay. Those are the kinds of things. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I just want to see, open this and see what happens inside. Let's see what is there inside. Okay. Okay. This is the basic things that is available. Okay. Home care, then ICU. Okay. What are different kinds of equipments that you can have for ICU? Intensive care unit. These are all hospital related. So home care equipments are different. Hospital equipments are different. OT equipments, overtime transactions equipments are different. Diagnostic equipments are different. How to diagnose some of the diseases that you have with machines and other things. Those are called diagnostic. These are all for hospitals, hospital maintenance, dental, supplies auxiliary, hospital infra. Hospital infra is complete infrastructure for hospital. So you have a huge hospital and you want to buy equipments for the entire hospital, then it is called hospital infra. You can buy all the support equipments, all the things. Dental is specific to teeth and other things. Okay. Now hospital infra is the complete infrastructure kind of, like what are the things, equipments needed for that, lab environment and other things. So this is where you go by. If say you are a dental doctor and you want to set up an infrastructure, and you set up an infrastructure, and then after that you want to buy whatever equipment you want to buy, and then you get the things. Okay, this is how it is coming in. So for now it is okay. We'll soon find out some other things sometime later. Okay, now we get out of it. So I just gave you 2 or 3 applications to find out how your medical supplies come in, how you can get a medical supply, how we can set up a small shop or something like that, how you can get your medical help and other things. For now it is over, so the lecture is over. So sometimes how AI will be used, sometimes we will do later. Okay, the basic things of AI will come later. Thank you so much.